They hate around my city, So, I'm sure y'all done heard by now, but Anthony Davis requested his trade from the New Orleans Pelicans. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm hurt. That is our best player, clearly. He's probably one of the best players in the league. And the writing's been on the wall. It's been very clear that he wanted to leave and that he probably wasn't going to re-sign with us. But at least now he made it official. Now I'm here to talk about the trade request itself and what it means for the Pelicans going forward. I'm D Gotti. Welcome back to Point Blank Period.
Point blank period, like point blank period, I ain't really.
So, this one right here is kind of close to me because I'm a Pelican fan, you know. I'm New Orleans everything, but so I like the Pelicans too. Even though basketball isn't my sport, but Anthony Davis leaving, like, clearly it's a knock for the Pels. You can't lose a top 5 player in the league and it not be a knock. So, with that being said, you know, at the beginning of the year, he said, I feel like, you know, I have to do everything just for us to win. Strike number 1. He went out with LeBron. That's strike number 2. And this right here was strike 3 and he's out.
You're out.
So I look at it like that. And I say to myself, you know what? This guy clearly has not been happy, at least with this year, with him being on the Pels. So why not trade him, get the best deal for him? But I look at it like this. I say, okay, we're not in a rush. I'm glad to hear that. Because if we were in a rush, we wouldn't be able to send him to Boston, who I think has the best assets. We'd probably try to rush him off to the Lakers. And the problem with the Lakers is that I don't think that they're going to give you the pieces that you want. Magic got everything there. But, you know, it's like, Magic greedy, you know? Magic, he has his young stars with Kuzma and Lonzo and Ingram, and he knows what he has with them. But at the same, so he wants to get AD to add to them. So if Magic can get over himself and just say, all right, we're going to put these players on the market, then they might deserve AD. But everybody wants him to go there because it's LA. I say send him to Boston. Let me get Tatum. I want Tatum. I need to see Tatum in a Pelican uniform. And then I look at it and I say, okay, they can at least give us something else. And Boston is desirable as long as Kyrie stays. Even though some people say Kyrie wants to go to LA. That'd be wild. That'd be wild. He went to LA back with LeBron. But this ain't about this ain't about a Kyrie move. This is about Anthony Davis. So I look at it and I say, AD to Boston once the year's over, because Kyrie can opt out and re-sign. And now you got a contender. Give us Tatum. Give us Morris. Give us Scary Terry. I'm not a GM, so I can't just draft up the trade. But at the same time, send them to the East. You ain't got to worry about them that much. You get some pieces in return, and now you building up. I fear that Drew will leave, but he's under contract. He might request a trade. He said that AD is 90% of the reason he stayed. I hope that 10, grew up to at least a 40. Maybe. Who knows? But what it means for the Pelicans is that they're in a clear rebuild. So, depending on what kind of trade you get, depends on how big your rebuild has to be. People talking about sending them to the Knicks and hope you get the number 1 overall pick and get Zion. That's a dream come true. But dreams don't typically come true for the New Orleans teams. It's just straight up. But why does AD want to leave now? What is the reason that he wants to go? It's 2 reasons. It's bad management and it's small markets. He wants to go where he can build himself a brand. It's not going to happen in New Orleans. Though New Orleans is one of the cities that it's like one of the smallest markets in sports. And I look at it and I say it's especially small when you think about it like this. It's a football city. Like, in New Orleans, we care about the Saints. That's it. AD knows it. He said he's mad that the ownership was prioritizing the Saints over the Pelicans. I understand that. In LA, in Boston, in New York, he can be a superstar. In NOLA, he can just be a great player. And it didn't help that Dale Demps and Alvin Gentry have failed over the last couple years to put together a team. There's no shooters around them. There's none. This frustration for me as a fan that I look at AD and Drew Holiday, 2 great players, but you can't surround them with anything as far as the shooting goes. And anybody who knows basketball, I don't even like basketball, and I know this, you have to have shooters to be successful. And the lack of shooters is the reason the Pelicans will never take a step forward. And AD saw, hey, we ain't gonna be good here. Not good enough. So for that reason, I can't even be mad at him. First off, you want to be able to go get the most money you want, because it is a business, and that don't just go for the organization. That go for the players too. Basketball is very free. He can make himself a brand in one of those other cities, and you already got management that's not gonna put you in the right places. So AD, I appreciate you for sticking with us for as long as you did. You could have left after your first contract. Things ain't got no better really. No more promise, but you stuck with us. So if nobody else said it, I appreciate you, AD. You know, I hope that you move on somewhere and be successful. Go get you some rings. I'm sorry we couldn't do you right. But this D Gotti, like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, check out more videos. It's Point Blank Period.
She took me by surprise, right in front of my eyes. Oh, I was out without a doubt.